This is an introduction to the Bridges Curriculum third grade math program. In third grade this year, we are going to be looking at some unique ways to do math that you as a parent may not have done at home before. So I'll always try to have little instructional videos to help you along. As we start out this year, we're really just going to do an introduction or a review of addition. So I'm going to start with addition today. And I'm just going to show you a couple of different things that we talk about. So the first thing that we talk about are different strategies for adding and subtracting, and we use those strategies the same. Our first strategy that we talk about is doubles, and this will make sense because we're just talking about adding the same number twice. So when we talk about doubles, we're just talking about doing 5 plus 5, 7 plus 7. We call it doubles because it helps us do an introduction to multiplication later on as we think about multiplying by 2. So a doubles fact is just one that has the same number twice. Then we have doubles plus or minus 1. And a doubles plus or minus 1 fact is something like 6 plus 5, where we can use our doubles, 5 plus 5 plus 1, to get us the fact that the answer is 11. So when we talk about doubles plus or minus 1, we're using the doubles fact and then either adding 1 if it was 6 plus 5 or subtracting 1 if it was 4 plus 5 in order to help us understand that. That way we don't have to always count on. So if we were doing 7 plus 7, we know that's 14, so 7 plus 8, we don't have to go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can just say 7 plus 7 is 14. So 7 plus 8 is just one more than that at 15. Now, a couple people have asked about our numbers chart here, and it's really something that we use just like an abacus. So when we think about how we are going to use this, these here move over back and forth, and it helps us figure out if we're adding together. So we might have 5 red ones and then 3 white, and that would put 2 white over here, and then we might have 5 red and 1 white over here. And the reason that we use this like an abacus is because we talk about how if we're going to add or subtract, so this would be 8 plus 6. So we could say, oh, you know what? I know 8 plus 8, so if I take 2 more from here and bring them over to here, I know that 8 plus 6 is the same as 8 plus 8, and then minus 2. So I would take those 2 away at the end. Well, I know 8 plus 8 is 16, so then 16 take away 2 is 14. It's just a different way to think about the math. Now, some kids can just do the addition really quickly, but when we think about how we're going to help kids understand the actual way that addition and subtraction work, especially later on when we're doing multi-digit, using these strategies early on helps reinforce those skills with kids early. The last one that I wanted to talk about was a strategy that we have called count on. And it seems harder than it is. We talk about count on facts as ones that are plus 1, plus 2, or plus 3, because really you don't need to be able to solve these facts any other way other than just counting up. So if we had 7 plus 2, we just know that's 7, 8, 9. If we had 13 plus 3, we can go 14, 15, 16. And kids can do that in their head or out loud, and eventually it just becomes second nature that in their head they've automatically counted on and can give you that answer. So a count on fact is just an easier way to do that. So this is just an introduction to math. When we get into other concepts, I will be able to make videos for you for those as well.